Max Tuck here again, the raw food scientist. Just continuing on from our sessions on what to do when travelling. Now, one of the things that's really important when you're travelling is being able to access decent quality water. Now, we know that in supermarkets when you're travelling, you can usually find bottled water, and if you're really lucky, you can find it in glass bottles. Now, plastic bottles we know are not ideal. They do leach the plastic into the water, and one of the real concerns about that is the estrogenic effect that it can have on the body. So this is bad for both men and women, because estrogens in plastic that leach into the water can be a real cause for concern, and particularly are implicated in some cancer processes. So we want to be avoiding, ideally, having to buy bottled water from supermarkets. Now, in an ideal world, if we had a water distiller, we would take that everywhere we went. But it's not always practical because some of these things are quite big and quite heavy. So I have an alternative version. Now, we know that certain filters are better than others, but what I've got when I travel, and I use it all the time, never go anywhere without it, is this little thing. Now, it packs up very small, so just disassembling it here, you can just, the lid is here, it's got water in it, so I'm not going to put the lid on, but it's only a few inches high. So then when you get to your destination, all you need to do is assemble your filter, and this is a carbon silver filter. So whilst it won't remove every single impurity that distillation will, it certainly is bacteriostatic, it gets rid of chlorine, and it gets rid of some of the additives that you'll find in water. So all that you need to do is grab some tap water, put it in the lid here, and then pour it through. And as you can see, the water will just steadily drain out into the lower container. Now, this little thing's fantastic, and it's been all over the world with me. And the most recent trip I did with it was up Kilimanjaro, when the water, obviously you wanted to make sure that when you're in a place like Tanzania or anywhere in Africa where the water quality is particularly unpleasant and also can contain parasites and bacteria, you want to make sure that your water's clean. So what I would recommend to people is not to use this just as is, but to sterilise the water first using special sterilisation tablets, and then running that particular sterilised water through a little filter like this to remove all of the chlorine and the sterilisation products such as iodine that are used in these sterilisation tablets for getting rid of things like Bilharzia and things that cause amoebic dysentery that you can get in the tropics. So you'd firstly put your water sterilising tablets, then your clearing tablets, and then you put the whole lot through this little filter. And what you get out is fundamentally bottled quality water without the leached plastic. These little things are fantastic. They cost just less than £50, so approximately $65–70 for US currency, and they are going to be available on my website very soon. That is www.therawfoodscientist.com. So this is what I do when I'm travelling, and it saves buying plastic bottled water, which is never the best thing for our health anyway, and it also means it saves me money, and it's very small and portable. So I hope you'll consider getting one for when you next go away.